Yeah, you know what? Golfing is a great way to exercise that waistline, upper arms, and legs. Just trying to practice my swing. Welcome to Healthy Living with Miss Renee the Barber. It's so good to see you. Now let's go over some housekeeping rules. First, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and share this video as well as comment. I answer each and every comment already now. Next, you know what we do? We take our swig of water. If you don't have your water, remember you can just pause, hit the pause button, and we'll be here when you get back. So, if you're back now, let's go ahead and take a swig of water. Boy, oh boy, that's good. I mean, every now and then, yeah. I mean, when I get to the, sometimes I just need more water. Some days I need more water than others. I'll just say that. Now, today, let's go on with the topic. Today, we're going to be talking about something that we should have talked about maybe perhaps last week, but we're going to be talking about the holiday weekend is coming. Labor Day holiday weekend is fast approaching. Actually, what is it? About a week from today? It'll be next Monday. So we know that some people may look at it as a challenge. Some may not. It will be a challenge if you're in a situation where you feel that you have less control. For example, a lot of times during the Labor Day weekend, we look at it as the close of the summer season. We already had Memorial Day holiday and the 4th of July, and now here we are, Labor Day. And so you may be visiting a friend or a family member to celebrate the holiday with food and fun, or that's definitely a uncontrolled environment. But if you are hosting it, you may have a little more control. So we want to plan a strategy. I want to give you some tips that may be helpful to you as you navigate through the Labor Day holiday weekend. Now, I did mention about grocery shopping, and if you haven't done that yet, remember you want to focus in on fruits and vegetables. So let's take, for example, if you are going to a friend's house or family member's house to celebrate the holiday. If they ask you, can I bring a dish? Or maybe you can offer to bring a dish. Focus in on a healthy dish, fruit and vegetables. Now, if you're hosting the celebration, then you have total control, right? So what you can do is you can provide a larger portion of healthy foods. Also, being kind to remember those that eat things like ribs, grilled chicken, hamburgers, and hot dogs, okay? Bread, potato salad, you know, those good things. So I have some notes here as always, so I just wanted to cover these 8 tips to being prepared to meet your challenge for the Labor Day holiday weekend. Now, let me just mention this. This challenge really is a minor challenge, and it may appear or feel uncomfortable. However, it is preparing you for a much larger challenge, because we know that after Labor Day, we'll be looking at Thanksgiving and Christmas. And during those holidays in the winter, we know that food is much heavier and richer. So if we can get through this uncomfortable period of Labor Day with our new lifestyle, it will only allow us to grow more, so that when we do approach Thanksgiving and Christmas, we will be better prepared and we won't have the fear and anxiety. I also want to caution you about the people that you do spend Labor Day holiday weekend with, friends and family. You just have to remember, sometimes you may hear something that you don't want to hear, and know that the person that is giving you information, they really are trying to, they're looking out for your best interest. But you may not perceive it that way. Just remember that you've already prepared yourself mentally at the start of your new lifestyle change, and you're just going to move straight on through, because some family members or friends can get you closer to your goal or farther away. So you need to understand that and be prepared. And we know that a plan gets you at least 80% successful. All right, so let's look at some of these tips. Alrighty then, let me see, get my computer going. Alrighty then. The first tip I'm going to say is, don't skip any meals. Don't feel that, okay, I'm going, or let's say you're going somewhere. Okay, let's just use that as our example tonight. Okay, so you're going out to a relative or a friend's house. Do not skip any meals, because once you start skipping meals, you may have a tendency to overeat. So once you arrive at your destination, you may be so hungry, and you'll be faced with a variety of foods that you may just decide, I'm going to eat it all. Now let me back up, because that may be in your plan. That could be your plan, to eat whatever you want to eat, knowing that you're going to get back on the wagon the very next day. Now let's just say you eat everything that you want to eat and you gain 5 pounds. Understand, even if you get back on the wagon the very next day, it may take you 1 week to lose those 5 pounds that you gained, okay? And that's part of your strategy. That's fine, because that's exactly what happened to me on the 4th of July. Let me just back up. Let me just let you guys know. On Memorial Day weekend of this year, 2019, I started a detox program before I started my weight release program. And during the detox, I did lose weight. But when I started on Memorial Day weekend, and then I knew, okay, 4th of July, I was still new to this lifestyle change, and I still wanted a taste of ribs and whatnot. Not only was it the 4th of July, but it was my daughter's birthday. And so I wanted to be able to celebrate with her too. So I ate. I ate on the 4th of July. I ate on the 5th, 6th, and the 7th of July. And then I realized I had gained 5 pounds. It took me until, I want to say, maybe a couple weeks or so. I think it was a couple weeks before I was able to lose that 5 pounds that I had gained from eating. I mean, I even had wine, and yeah, I had some good food. I don't recall eating dessert. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't mean to get off topic. I want to talk about these strategies and tips, but When I started my weight release program, I prayed to God. I said, just take the taste of sweets and sugar away from me, because that's my downfall. I love a good dessert. I love bread, and I like candy. And I prayed on that, and it seems like God has released that from me, and I'm thankful. I can't tell you the last time I had a dessert. A couple videos ago, I did the banana ice cream. I mean, that's the closest I've been to something sweet. I don't even chew gum anymore. So, anyhow, let's talk about the tips. So, don't skip any meals, because you do not want to overeat. You could eat smaller portions. You could eat whatever you want. This is tip number 2. Eat whatever you want, but in smaller portions. You can just say, I'm going to just cut it in half. Or you could get a smaller plate. I don't know if you're out somewhere. I don't know how, if the host would have smaller plates. But you could maybe take your own plate and just eat off a smaller plate. Once you fill that plate up, that's it. And try to stay, here, tip number 3, stay away from going back, getting seconds and thirds. Also, if you feel like, let's just go back to the example where you are hosting the party. If you're hosting the party and you have leftovers, maybe you should try to pre-plan far enough where you can purchase some to-go boxes and offer to-go boxes to your guests as they leave. Anytime you are around others and this lifestyle is new to you, just be mentally strong. Be prepared. Be prepared. And do not waver. Do not waver. Remember also, get your exercise in. This is tip number 4? Get your exercise in. If you know you're going to a celebration, maybe you could walk before the celebration. Get up early that morning. Get up early the morning of the celebration and walk. If they are playing a game during the outing in the backyard, maybe you can participate in that as well. Now, when you're fixing your food on your plate, start off with vegetables and fruits and vegetables before you add anything else on your plate. When you look at your plate, you have your plate. When you look at your plate, when you look down at your plate, what you should see is 3/4 of your plate should be fruit and vegetables. So keep that one in mind. You may want to eat before you go to the outing, so you're not as hungry when you do arrive. Focus on the people, not the food. It's always good to be around friends and family you haven't seen in a while, in a minute, and focus on the people. I had a friend once that went to an event. She had the gastric surgery, and we had an event. And I remember she walked and greeted everyone while they were eating. She was mingling. I remember that. Let's see. Oh, here's something that I want to guard you against. And I tell my daughter the same thing. I know that spandex pants are in style right now, but they may be comfortable. You're going out to eat and they may be comfortable, but are they really friend or foe? I mean, as you eat and feel uncomfortable, they will expand and make you feel more comfortable. I don't know. I tend to like pants that have the zipper and the button. That way I know when they get tight, then I know I got to push back. And remember, the more that you eat, the more you will once the day is over, or maybe even during the day, you want to track. Remember the journal, okay? Track what you're eating. If you need to, it's convenient to take your phone and use the Lose It app. And if you don't know how to use the Lose It app or are not familiar with the Lose It app, just go back a couple videos and I give a tutorial on how to use the calorie tracking device called the Lose It app. And if you can install it, download it from the Play Store onto your phone. Okay, well, I think that's it for enough tips for our upcoming holiday Labor Day weekend. So just remember that this is a challenge. If this is a new lifestyle for you, it is a challenge. It may be uncomfortable. Don't feel as though you're going to fail. If you get off the wagon, you know, have a plan. Get back on that wagon. This holiday weekend is preparing you for the next major challenge. Alrighty then. Remember to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Share the video. And comment. You got your water? Alrighty then. Here's to a healthy living.